Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, the NFL landscape is always changing, but some moves just hit differently, and this one might be one of the most significant in recent weeks. Rumors are swirling around the Denver Broncos and the Washington Commanders, and let me tell you, this is no ordinary trade chatter. We're talking about a potential blockbuster that could reshape the NFC East and have ripple effects across the entire league. The buzz is that the Broncos, who are currently sitting at a disappointing 2-5 with an offense that's struggling to find rhythm, are contemplating a major shakeup. And that shakeup involves none other than Patrick Surtain, one of the league's most formidable cornerbacks. Yes, you heard that right. The Broncos are considering trading Surtain to the Commanders, a team desperately seeking to bolster their secondary. And it's not just about getting rid of a player, but about what they might get in return. An early first-round pick in the 2026 draft, which could be a game-changer for Denver's rebuilding plans. Alongside that, reports indicate the Broncos are eyeing Benjamin St-Juste, the talented cornerback from Washington, as part of the deal. That's right, the Commanders could be adding a top-tier CB in St-Juste, who's been showing flashes of brilliance and fits perfectly into their defensive scheme. But why would Denver consider such a move? Well, it's simple. The Broncos are in a rebuild mode, especially on offense. Their cap space, around $20 million, gives them flexibility to make strategic moves, and their focus right now is on acquiring draft capital to find their franchise quarterback. The current QB situation with Knicks has been underwhelming, with a QBR of 82, which is average at best. They're trying to build a roster that can compete long-term, and trading away a corner like Surtain, who's a lockdown corner and has a proven track record, might seem drastic but makes sense when you consider they're looking ahead. Surtain, for those who might not be fully aware, is a player who's been nothing short of spectacular since entering the league. His career stats speak volumes: 192 tackles, 12 interceptions, and 36 pass deflections. For the 2024 season, he's been particularly impressive, earning an All-Pro nod and a PFF grade of 92. That's elite status, folks. In 2025, he's continued to shine with 28 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 8 pass deflections. His coverage grade, which is a key metric in evaluating cornerbacks, is top tier at 93. And his EPA per target of -0. 42 shows how much he limits opposing offenses. Even though a shoulder injury in Week 4 sidelined him for a while, his overall impact remains undeniable. Pro Football Reference notes that he's allowed 0 touchdowns and a completion percentage of just 42%, which is stellar in today's pass-happy NFL. Now, comparing him to other top corners, Surtain's impact is clear. His influence on Denver's secondary is profound, and the Broncos aren't exactly thriving defensively this season. They rank near the bottom in pass yards allowed, giving up around 262 yards per game, which is unacceptable for a team with playoff ambitions. Their pass rush has been inconsistent, with only 25 sacks so far, and that's another reason why they might be looking to shake things up. Meanwhile, the Commanders, who are sitting at a 3-4 record, are facing their own challenges defensively, ranking 32nd in pass yards allowed per game. That's an area they need to improve fast if they want to contend. Adding Surtain could be the boost their secondary needs to elevate them into serious playoff contention. With Surtain in the lineup, the Commanders could see a significant upgrade in their pass defense, which would complement their already improving pass rush, led by players like Chase Young and Montez Sweat. Surtain's presence would be a game-changer, especially considering how he could help them against division rivals like the Cowboys and Eagles. And let's not forget the impact on the division and the wider NFC. If Washington manages to land Surtain, it wouldn't just be about fixing a weakness, it would be about asserting dominance. Their secondary would instantly become more formidable, and the team's overall defensive efficiency could soar. This is especially true considering how the NFL is increasingly driven by passing games, and having a shutdown corner like Surtain can make all the difference in tight playoff races. The move could also send a message across the league that Washington is serious about competing now, not just building for the future. On the other side, the Broncos, who are seemingly in a phase of reevaluation, might look to build around their draft picks. The early first-round pick in 2026 acquired in the trade could turn into a franchise quarterback or another key piece they need to accelerate their rebuild. Plus, trading Surtain now, while his value is at its peak, makes strategic sense for Denver. They might be thinking long-term, focusing on their cap space and draft capital, rather than trying to squeeze out a few more wins this season. It's a bold move, but one that could pay off in the years to come. Now, speaking of Washington's defense, this move would also bring a boost to their pass rush. With Surtain helping to lock down the top receivers, players like Allen could get more one-on-one opportunities to rush the quarterback. The projected impact of this trade could see Washington's expected points allowed per pass drop by around 20%, which in turn would lift their overall defensive rank from 28th to somewhere in the top 15, at least according to some advanced simulations. This would be a huge step forward for a team that's been struggling to contain offenses through the air. And if we look at recent performances, Surtain's ability to neutralize top receivers is well documented. For example, in matchups against players like Lattimore, who has a PFF grade of 86. Surtain's coverage snaps have been consistently effective, showing that he can match up against the best in the league. This kind of shutdown ability is exactly what Washington needs to turn their defense around. And with the added bonus of his experience and leadership, he could serve as a stabilizing force in the secondary for years to come. Now, let's talk about the playoff picture. Surtain has a reputation as a playoff eraser, meaning he's known for stepping up in high-pressure situations. His 2 postseason interceptions in his career are testament to that. The potential addition of a player like Surtain could significantly increase Washington's odds of making a deep playoff run, especially considering their current odds of winning the Super Bowl are at plus 5,000 and could move to plus 3,200 with this upgrade. It's a long shot, sure, but the NFL is all about opportunity, and this move could be that spark they need to surprise everyone. In conclusion, what we're seeing here is a fascinating chess match between 2 franchises with very different trajectories. The Broncos, seemingly mired in a rebuild, are looking to capitalize on draft picks and cap space, while the Commanders are all in on trying to elevate their roster to contend now. The potential trade of Patrick Surtain II for a first-round pick in 2026 and Benjamin St-Juste could be the kind of move that shifts the balance of power in the NFC East and even the NFC itself. Washington, with their young core and now an elite corner like Surtain, could be on the cusp of something special, a real contender in the making. Meanwhile, Denver's moves could set them up for a brighter future, but right now, they're stepping back from the limelight. This is what makes the NFL so exciting. The unpredictability, the strategic moves, and the passion of fans like you and me, always eager for the next big story. Whether this trade materializes or not, it's clear that the landscape is shifting, and Washington Commanders are right in the middle of it, ready to take the next step. So stay tuned, because this story is far from over, and I'll be here to bring you all the updates as they unfold. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Washington fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you believe Surtain is the missing piece that can propel this team into serious playoff contention? Or do you think Denver might have other plans for their future? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinions matter so much to us and to the team. Remember, this is a community, and your voice is what makes it special. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with even more updates, so stay tuned to catch the latest Washington Commanders news. We're in an exciting era, and I'm thrilled to share every step of this journey with you. Thanks for being part of this passion, and as always, let's keep cheering for our Commanders no matter what the future holds.